Hey, Shalom to the elect of Israel. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect of Israel. All right. And this lesson, oh man, it's something that came up. All right. I went on a page, these Israelites, that from the camp Genesis. I went on a page, man, and I see that this is another lesson they trying to cook up, or plan to bring out on the 21st of November 2025. It says the serpent. The lesson is the serpent was a Canaanite man, not Satan. Oh man. It's just like we tell you time and time again, stop listening to these other Israelite camps that don't teach the same doctrine as GMS. Stop listening to them because they going the fuck off, man. They got to be 100% correct in their doctrine. Apostle Paul says, study to show thyself approved, a workman that needeth not. I forgot the part. Let me just get it, matter of fact, instead of just talking. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Here's the point. Rightly dividing the word of truth. So when you go into these scriptures, you're supposed to rightly divide it. You see? Now, for them, because the thing also, too, is the scriptures do say, let me get this. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 13, it says, he that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him, because, they didn't come out with the lesson yet. But it's like, bro, because I read this because, look, we don't know ultimately what they're going to say, but they're going off on a doctrine. You trying to say the serpent was a Canaanite? A Canaanite, man? Come on now. Come on now. They going off. They said, all nations can make it. Fucking crazy. Are you stupid? Now you want to say the serpent in the garden was a Canaanite man and not Satan? Are we serious? Are we, what's going on here? Let me get this real quick. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So, but, just making it known that, look, false teachers out here. Yahweh Shai said that this was a sign of his coming. Okay? These false teachers. And actually, let me just slack you. Let me just do something here real quick. Right? If I could show this. Alright? Because you go to their page, Genesis, call himself Deacon Genesis. Crazy shit, man. Right? So you go to their page, and even the people know that they going that fuck off. Okay? Right? So you go to this one. It's lucky for this ad. Alright? You go to this, this page, this video on their page that they made called Non-Israelites Receive Salvation, which is bullshit. All right. But then you go to the comments. Man. It says, to me, it seems like you two have to reach too far to prove what you are trying to say about the other nations. At the end of the day, what is very clear cut and dry in the Bible is the Israelites need to return to the Father. I know for certain we don't have to reach to prove that point. And that is our problem now, worrying about somebody else's backyard when we need to worry about our own. Yeah, Here it is. That's crazy, man. It's like, Now nobody should listen to you. Because now you're teaching one thing, now you're teaching the other. Nobody should listen to you now. It says, what's really sad, these other nations don't even feel like y'all deserve the kingdom. Yeah, you're trying to save the white man, and they don't even want you're trying to save the white man in these other nations, but they don't even want to save you. It says, you two need to make sure y'all get to the kingdom as we all do and stop worrying about other positions. You two are definitely acting like y'all trying to rebel against something because y'all focusing on the wrong thing. It says, damn, you guys about to join vocab now, huh? It says, love you, brothers, but this shit is wild. It says, for somebody put First Maccabees 1:11, It says, this economy got that doctrine switching all the way up. Now, this one right here, this man said, when you teach that salvation is only for Israel for 10 plus years, then change your position and assert that anyone who believes what you taught for 10 plus years, their salvation may be in jeopardy. That means you have potentially put thousands of Israelites' salvation at risk. Because these guys, they call themselves teachers and prophets, right? And they have massive amounts of people following them, right? But when you're teaching the wrong thing, now you're putting everybody else in danger. And now they're listening to what you say. See? And this is how important it is for the true prophets, because all these damn lies out here, and there's more false prophets than there is true prophets, okay? Then, it's like, it just goes to show the need, all right, for the real truth to be spoken, which only the elect are going to receive, okay? But it says, that dumb, that stupid, repeatedly horrible mannerism, Hassad. Right? And I believe they say they are wrong that, for teaching that all nations could be saved, right? They said that there's no punishment, for them. They said, once again, if they're wrong for teaching all nations can be saved, he said there is no punishment for them. That's what Hassad said in the beginning of the video. These two are off. Only an idiot would listen to these people. You know what? I'm actually finna go the other way, Salaki, because there's too many niggas around here, man. These niggas, where I'm at. Oh, man. Anyways. Let me see here. It says, I thought the Most High judges nations, not individuals. Y'all are confusing. All right. Salakia. Somebody said I'm done. Yeah, it's 6:51. I'm going inside now. Man, bro. Salakia. People just being fucking. People just on bullshit. Anyways. All right. Anyways, you see they going off, man. Okay. Bro giving God logic more points. So you see these men ain't steadfast in their doctrine, and other people could see it. Other people could see it, man. All right. And another thing, this the serpent in the garden, it's not no damn Canaanite. All right. It's like how the fuck do you even twist some shit like that up? The serpent in the garden wasn't no damn Canaanite, okay? It was the first incarnation of Esau, man. Okay? That was the first incarnation, man. Let me get that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We live in them times, though. Genesis 3:1, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh's powers have made. All right? This wasn't a literal snake, it was a man. Okay? And it said, the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh's powers have made. Now, subtle means, crafty, cunning, okay? Sly, all right? That's what it's talking about, And what this, and exactly who this man is, all right? This was once again the first incarnation of Esau, okay? So-called white man. This was his first incarnation, right? And back in the garden, he was on a higher level than the other nations around him, because those beasts are talking about the heathen nations, okay? Because let me get this real quick. Psalms chapter 73, verse 22, it says, "So foolish was I and ignorant, I was as a beast before thee." Okay? So, without the ways of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you're like a beast, and that's how these nations are. They are without the ways of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? So those beasts are talking about the heathen nations, and the field is talking about the world. So Esau, right, was on another level. Okay, he was more cunning. Look up that word subtle. Do your research. Look up that word subtle and cunning. You gotta do the research, because now you got false prophets and stuff, man. If this man is talking about all nations can be saved and stuff, as far with what's the name? He's got to give it that whole shirt line, but I got a couple minutes left, so I'm gonna get to the point. But this shows why you got to learn and be taught under the apostles, elders, and brothers in doctrine of GMS. Okay, and let me just get the last one. Revelation. We know brothers are gonna cut that too, man. When they come up with that video, and they try to say he was a Hamite, the serpent was a Hamite. He wasn't no damn Hamite, right? In case they try to say that. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon, who was this dragon? You read up, it's talking about the Roman Empire, but it said a great red dragon. And why does it say red? Because that empire was ruled by Esau. And what empire was that? Ancient Rome. Okay? But this dragon is ultimately talking about Esau, right? Because what? We could go, I might have to do a part 2 to this tomorrow, man. All right? But right to the point. Verse 9, it says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world." How the fuck is a Hamite gonna deceive the whole world? They don't even got enough power to do that. All right? It says he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So this is obviously talking about Esau, okay? The verses above, 7 through 8, says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." And we understand what this is talking about. When Yahushua comes back, Esau's going to try to fight him. But see, talking about Esau, and they called him the dragon, right? And they're going to lose, as it says in verse 8, "And prevailed not, neither was there a place found anymore in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent." See, so that same dragon, right, is that old serpent, which is Esau. So I wanted to, just quickly cut that, man. Because let me just see something. Maybe they try to start early. No, scheduled for November 21st, 2025, 6 o'clock p.m. Just ready to lie again. Swift to lie. So I'm going to just leave it at that, man. All right? Stick to the doctrine of GMS. With that, shalom to the elect.